Good morning, dear children. In the previous class, we completed with the supplementary chapter, The Monkey and the Crocodile. Hope you all have completed the question answers and have started learning them. Today, we are going to study a very beautiful poem from the book Honeysuckle. And the name of the poem is The Wonderful Words, written by Mary O'Neill. Children, tell me one thing. Can you imagine a world without the words, without a language? When we imagine such things, it's really surprising for us. It creates a horror in our mind that without the words, how can we survive? How can we express our feelings, our opinions, our ideas? So, any language or the words is very necessary in our life, in everybody's life. So, this poem is based on the uses of words. So, let's read and enjoy a very beautiful poem, The Wonderful Words, written by Mary O'Neill. So children, let's begin with the explanation of the poem The Wonderful Words by Mary O'Neill. Children, imagine a world without language. All humans speak at least one language. The words we speak bring out our thoughts. So read the following poem on words. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game, and all of you can play it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head, so that they come out clear and true, and handsomely groomed and fed. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. So children, here the poet is expressing the importance of words. She says that never let a thought shrivel and die. Never let your thoughts shrivel here means wrinkle and die. So whatever thoughts they are which are coming in your mind and heart, don't let them just pass away. For there is a want of a way, for there is a way to say it, express it. For English is a wonderful game, and all of you can play it. So whatever thoughts are coming in your mind, just express it with the use of the words, with the use of an English language, and everyone can play with the words. As English is a wonderful game, English is a wonderful language. So all that you do is match the words. So all what you have to do is just match the words, rhyme the words, or use the correct words to express your thoughts, your ideas to the brightest thoughts in your head. So that's what the poet is saying. She says, just for expressing your thoughts, for expressing your ideas, what you have to do is to match the words, is to use the correct and appropriate words to express your feelings so that they come out clear and true, so that whatever is coming in your head, whatever is coming in your heart, with the use of these words, with the use of an English language, your thoughts can come out as clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. So with the use of the words, Using the correct words, your thoughts can come out, which are clear, which are true, and which are handsome, that is, of good language, of good English, which are groomed and which are fed, that is, which are decorated with the words of English, with the use of the English language and the use of beautiful words. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said. So the poet further says that with the help of the words, the loveliest, the beautiful things which are not been able to express, they can still be expressed and can come out with the use of the words when matched and when played and when used together. And the thoughts, the clear thoughts, the wonderful thoughts can come out. One can express his or her feelings as they can. Words are the food and dress of thought. So, children, the poet further compares the words with the food and dress. She says that the words, they are the food and dress of thought. That is, without the use of words, the thought is meaningless. The thought is useless. For expressing the thoughts, the words are very important. They give it its body and swing. And everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. So, children, the poet further says, she compares the thoughts with the words, and words being said as the food and dress. And it is further said that as the food and dress, they give its body its proper shape and proper swing and proper beauty. In the same way, the words, they give the proper words, the proper meaning to the thoughts. And everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. And everyone in this world always wants to hear something fresh, something new, and something beautiful. And that can only be possible with the use of new words, with the use of correct and appropriate words. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. So, children, the poet says that it is only the words which can free a thought, like whatever thought it's coming in our mind, it's coming in our heart, it's all hidden inside. And unless and until we express it with the use of words, they cannot come out. They will be hidden in our eyes, in our head, in our minds. So it is only with the words that our thoughts are freed from the head and the mind, and it's released, it comes out only with the use of words, the words of English. So maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. So the poet says that maybe the ideas, the thoughts which are in your mind, they may be wonderful, they may be marvelous, and they may be very good when they are expressed. It can surprise other people by hearing your words, your ideas, and whatever thoughts which are being carried out by your mind. So, the poet further says that it's very useful to use the correct words, to appropriate words, and without the use of words, our thoughts can never get its proper shape, proper ideology. So, that is all about the poem, children. I hope you all have understood the meaning of this poem. So, finally, I want to say what the central theme or the main idea of the poem. Children, till now, it might be clear in your minds what is the ideology, what is the central theme of this poem. The poet gives us the message that we should not hide our thoughts, our ideas in our minds, in our hearts, because until and unless we express them out, we narrate them out, no other person in the world would be able to understand what's going on in our mind, in our heart. And at times, whatever is hidden in our minds that can give a new shape, a new surprise to the outer world. So, we should always express our things, our views, our opinions by the outside world so that everyone can understand each other's feelings, each other's opinions, and each other's ideas. That's all for today, children. Thank you. Have a good day. Go through the poem and read it.